So welcome back. Today I'd like to talk about a common prescription that we hear. Environmental writers, conservationists around the world have put forward this suggestion that for us to survive as a species, in order for us to have a functional future, we need to move from an anthropocentric view to a biocentric view. And we've heard this so often that it's time to take a closer look. What does it mean to hold an anthropocentric view? Well, this is simply a human-centered perspective whereby we consider ourselves to be the star of the show. We are the protagonist in this great drama of life on Earth. And everything else revolves around us. As the protagonist, everything else is a backdrop. Everything else is, you might say, the supporting cast for our drama. Some people call this human supremacy. Other people call it a human exceptionalism, whereby we feel that we don't even have to follow the laws or rules of the biosphere. We are special. We are unique. We are the apex of evolution. We are the alpha animal, the greatest creature that's ever lived. That's anthropocentrism. And it's very common in the modern world. You might even say that it's baked into the modern experience. If you grow up in the modern world, you might not even recognize it because it's so commonplace. We take it for granted. However, it's not a human universal. Native and indigenous people around the world hold a different perspective. They don't see themselves, they don't see humans as the star of the show. Instead, they see themselves as participants in the drama of life. So this homocentric or anthropocentric view seems to be modern and kind of unique, kind of exceptional in human history. If we look at the big human history, we have held a participatory worldview for almost our entire time on this planet. And it's only recently that we, as modern, industrialized, technocratic people, have come to see ourselves as masters and possessors of nature, with dominion over the planet. This is a new and, you might say, abnormal way to view our place in the world. And there's plenty of examples if you want to see instances of the anthropocentric view. The way we harvest food around the world, the way we clear-cut forests so we can graze cattle and harvest palm oil, all around tropical forests. We don't apologize. If there's protein out there, we will take it. If there's protein in the ocean, we will take it. You might remember a writer named Daniel Quinn wrote a book called Ishmael, and he divided peoples into two camps. He said there are takers and there are leavers. We are takers. We can also look at modern media. Almost all the stories in modern popular media are homocentric, are anthropocentric. It's all about people talking to other people. What are the people doing? 99% of the stories in modern media are about people talking to other people. The criminal justice system is radically anthropocentric. The entire criminal justice system is built on resolving conflicts and bringing justice when there are conflicts between individual people or between organizations. It's all about humans. There is no room in the criminal justice system for nature. In other words, trees don't have standing under criminal law. There are no rights of nature. As long as you have a permit and follow the regulations, you can perpetrate as much violence on nature as you want. So this is human supremacy. This is the anthropocentric view. And the question always comes up, well, How do we make the shift then? How do we move from a homocentric point of view to a biocentric point of view? And I'd like to share a couple ideas about that. The first one is practical. Let's say you come to a place like this. The way to be here in a biocentric manner is to slow down and to quiet down. Lower your voice and assume a lower profile in habitat. That gives you a chance to feel more. Yeah, take your time. This is not Disneyland. This is not an amusement park. This is a place to learn. This is a place to feel. By the same token, take your earbuds out, take your phone, and leave that at home. Yes, leave all of that at home. Because the phone is a distraction machine. It will distract you from ever establishing any kind of biocentric awareness of your habitat. Now, I know what people say. People say, well, if I go out into a wild, natural area without my phone, I will feel exposed. I will feel vulnerable. But that's precisely the point. You want to feel exposed and vulnerable to natural habitat. That way you can learn. That way you can absorb. That way your body can be permeable to the experience. By the same token, people say, well, I need to stay connected. Connected to what? Right? When you come out here, leave your phone behind so you can be connected to the living natural world. That's a good start. And don't worry. You can leave your phone at home for a few hours, a few days, and maybe you'll miss a couple of messages, but you're going to be fine. Now, my next suggestion is larger in scale. And this has to do with the ways that we teach and study biology, the study of life, the study of the natural world. And in conventional curriculums, we study biology from a homocentric point of view. We study biology so we can learn about plants and animals and organisms in order so that they can serve us, so that we can exploit them and we can profit off them. That is distinctly homocentric, and it misses the point, because when we study biology from a truly biocentric point of view, it becomes a transcendent discipline. It teaches us some incredibly valuable lessons about who we are in the world, who we are in the cosmos. And it shrinks our significance down. Yes, because you look at the big history of life on Earth, 3 billion years of microbial evolution, a Cambrian explosion, and then this grand proliferation of life all across the planet. And we're just part of that. We're just another animal. And when we study biology in this way, we walk away with a greater appreciation for life itself and our own insignificance. That's an important lesson. It teaches us humility. And this is where I turn to a Norwegian philosopher named Arne Næss. And he's rather famous for coining the term deep ecology. He wrote books about deep ecology, and he was also a climber. And his experience in the mountains was rather unique. And here's how he put it. He said, the smaller you feel yourself in relationship to the mountain, the closer you come to participating in its greatness. Yeah, so for Arne Næss, the idea was not to conquer the mountain. The idea was not to go up and thump your chest over the fact that you have climbed the mountain. No, the idea was to participate in the greatness of the mountain, in the experience. And we could say the same thing about our relationship to the natural world. We can very well say, The smaller we come to see ourselves in relationship to the natural world, the closer we come to participating in its greatness. And there's power there. There's splendor there. As Darwin put it, there is grandeur in this view of life. And isn't that something? That goes completely contrary to the way we've been trained. In this sense, biology and ecology are countercultural disciplines. They are subversive sciences, and we should study them in that way. So come out to places like this. Quiet down, slow down, leave your phone at home, and feel yourself as a participant in nature. That's the way to go. See you next time.